Well collected, went to joy, love, light, and positivity. You know what I've noticed? I've noticed an awful lot of opposites coming one after the other. So first it's yes, and then it's no, and then it's right, and then it's wrong, and then it's up, and then it's down, and then it's mirroring numbers and synchronicities. And it just seems to me that there's definitely a a tug of war with positive and negative. And it seems that as much as a positive is sent your way, right, a negative is quickly followed, right? And I think that that's to dissuade you that if you're hit enough times with opposites, one right after the other, that it would make you second guess what it was that you initially thought was a doable plan, right? And when that happens, it's always the best thing to refocus. Always. It's always, you know, to be aware of your surroundings, to understand what's coming at you, how it's coming at you, and possibly even why. And the why is the easiest of them all, because that's the lesson that you need to learn. Plain and simple. It may not be something that is easy to swallow. It may not be something that sits well, initially with you, but the fact remains that there's always lessons to be learned in every situation. And I also understand that the benefit is presented in both negative and positive, right? And that benefit is also an opposite. If you think about it, what is it that you want? What are you attracting? What do you rather stay away from? What are you trying to, you know, walk right into? Do you know what I mean? So when there's a storm coming, for example, I come to find out that buffalo do not like to get wet. Okay. So they'll charge through the storm instead of running from it, because they know that once they get through it's not going to come back and get them. Yes, maybe if the weather automatically just switches, which is, another opposite. But inevitably, when we charge through a situation, when we take, you know, control of whatever it is, and we illuminate all the positives that are either plain to see or hidden in sight or twisted in, some type of situation that might be a misillusion on the surface. But if you dig deep enough, you will find the lesson. So then you've gotten the why. The what could be anything, because life is filled with diversity. And the how could also be from anybody or anywhere or anything, because our memory, our instincts, our internal grid alerts us to things that maybe we thought we once did. Sometimes we call that deja vu, where you think you've been there before and it's way familiar, and you're trying to figure out where it was that crushed your path in the past. But it might not even be this lifetime. You can have deja vu for situations, circumstances, or even places from a past existence, from a past life, not a past timeline, because we're jumping timelines this entire lifespan, right? That's growth and evolution and, exploration of, the imagination, or, the fundamentals of life. Because, every decision that you make, every choice that you know, move upon is a timeline that's shifting in order to meet the desired expectation or goal, dream, whatever you want to call it. But when you get deja vu, it could certainly be from something that is deep within you that you may not have even awoken yet, that could still be, a little bit sleeping, or just a little further out of your reach. But don't get discouraged, because each time you charge through a situation and you look for your positives with every dilemma, situation, concept, thought, person, place, thing, whatever that may be for you, because, it is different for everyone. Not everyone experiences the same, 1, 2, 3 from any given thing. That's why we are called individuals, and we all have an individual brain, and we all have the ability to form thoughts and then, expand upon them. And the movement that we take is what will come into fruition, right? Because motion is energy, energy is movement, movement is motion. So when we move toward what it is that we strive to receive or to attract, right? Opposites sometimes may try to dissuade. But as long as you're aware, as long as you can see them coming, as long as you have the ability to rise above and to be able to pick out the value and to perfect those tools with all of those lessons learned, you are well ahead of what you thought you may have once been. Because it takes a very courageous, strong, mindful, loving, positive person to be able to navigate and to successfully achieve the positivity within every situation. And I congratulate you, because I've been on those roads. I'm still on those roads. We'll always be on those roads. As long as we are, in 3D form, we will always have the 3D world that's going to provide an opposite to us. But when you realize that usually an opposite negatively follows a positive, that's just to dissuade, to make you stop and think, oh, there goes my nose again. It itches an awful lot when I get downloads that are so involved from the divine. And that's exactly what this is, because I've seen mirroring numbers and opposites of every type that could come across my energy field, knock at my door and say, hey, hello, what are you going to do? And I laugh and chuckle every time, because I don't dwell in negativity. I never have. I'm always looking for the sun and the light, the heightened sense, the sweet spot, if you will, that always provides me joy and brings me great deal of laughter. And if you have trouble with any of that, feel free, reach out, because I am here for you. I am here for all of you, because I know that each and every one of us have the strength, the power, the courage, the determination, and the motivation to bring balance and harmony into our lives and charge the storm and get to the other side almost effortlessly. Because when we choose positivity, the only place to go is up. So, if you feel that you're fighting the currents, if you feel that you're being swallowed up, if you feel that, a negative keeps popping up every time a positive comes your way, just remember that it's just the polarity, the duality that's just trying to, hold you back and keep you stuck instead of setting you free and watching you rise. Eventually, the world will get there, each and every soul, and each and every situation will be a glorious adventure. But don't think that negativity will elude us forever, because, it's how we choose, it's what we decide, it's how we roll. So when you hold positivity within you, then you have a stronger edge than what you did before. My lovely collectives, thank you for sharing your stories with me. I so do enjoy listening to each and every one, because I do know that whether it's a trial, a tribulation, or a triumph, or a joy, that the value of living life through that experience gave more insight and more enlightenment and tools to hold on to, so that, you don't repeat them, or at least not, blindly anyway, walking into the same scenario over and over again, because, you would have evolved, you would have advanced, you would have perfected your lessons into value and tools, and you would already be leaning upon your strength and your structure. But if you need me, I'm always here, because it's not a race, it's divine time. And who knows, your divine time might be right now, it might be tomorrow, it might have been yesterday. But wherever you stand, I wish you courage, strength, stability, balance, and harmony to go right along with the love, light, and positivity that I continually send. Not just to each and every person who can hear me, but to the earth as well. Mother Gaia, she needs our love. And the sun, the moon, the atmosphere, everything within our ozone layer, protecting and shielding us from the unhealthy benefits of space. We can't live in space, not in 3D form, not yet anyway, not without aid and oxygen. But you get my point. We are limitless, and our possibilities are far and wide, and there is no cap. So if a duality in a situation presents itself and it leaves you with the negative thought, then you have the power to flip that right back into a positive, making it more vibrant than what it was before it was opposite, turned opposite, if you will. My lovely collective, thank you for being on this journey with me. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I do look forward to a long, healthy, loving, positive life with you, with all of you.